Hi, it's Jaime Tan at Enlightened Spoon. And this is Monday night's guided meditation. So if you're watching the replay, welcome, and feel free to whiz through another 5 to 10 minutes when the practice will actually begin, or feel free to stick around and watch the introduction. I will be waiting a few more minutes. I'm a little bit early tonight, so. Okay, I am on Facebook and I am on Instagram. And Facebook Live is a completely black screen, so I don't know if anybody can see me on Facebook, but just let me know. Hi, Marina, how are you? Good to see you. Well, good to feel your presence. I can't see you. This is the only downer about this. So this is Monday night's guided meditation, if you're just joining. So get comfy. We'll wait a couple more minutes for more people to join in. And while we wait for that, hey Caroline, nice to see you. Okay, so while we wait for more people to join in, Facebook Live is once again just not quite, I don't know, I hope it says I'm live, but it's all black on my Facebook screen. So anyways, it's good to see you guys on Instagram. So let's ask the universe what message it has for us today, right? While we wait for more people to join in, and let's just pull a little positive affirmation card. And let's see what's up. Let's see what message the universe has for us today. Ooh, I love this. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. My happiness is a direct reflection of my faith in the universe. Love it. I've been thinking a lot about this actually in the last week, about how much of it is really putting in the work, but then really staying non-attached to the results, right? And really kind of trusting in the universe that if it's meant to be, it will come, it will happen. Hi, Anna, good to see you. So how is everyone feeling tonight or this week? It's a little bit of a strange week. It's a lot going on, especially in America. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I'm certainly feeling it. And if any of you have any questions on like the last few meditations as well that we've been doing, or anything that's been coming up for you while you've been sitting or lying in meditation, feel free to ask in the comments below. Yeah, because these sessions are usually quite, I mean, you can see me, but I can't see you. So it's a little bit more difficult for me to gauge kind of where people are at and if you have any questions to ask. Cool. Well, today's theme I would like to work on is on nourishing inner well-being. You know, there's a lot going on, and now that everything's sort of like winding down with COVID, people are going out again, like, you know, all the stuff that's happening sort of in America and Black Lives Matter is really important stuff. And I think, I hope that everyone's having conversations with the people around them about this, you know. I still am trying to make sense of it and figure out how I want to educate myself, really. So with that sort of brings up a lot of questions, a lot of reflection, and it's good to hear, Caroline, that first shoot tomorrow and it's getting busier. That's good. Like, feels like life is kind of getting back to normal again. Yeah, cool. Whatever normal kind of means for us these days, right? So no matter what it is that's been going on, I think it's always very important that we come back to nourishing this inner well-being from within, that we start out, that we continue from this place of knowing that we can anchor within ourselves. And so these sessions are a practice for you to come back to that inner well-being and nourishing that inner well-being, so that you can take these sessions off of your mat. You know, whenever you go through any sort of difficulties or any sort of anxieties or stresses in your day-to-day life, that you always remember to take it back to nourishing that inner well-being. And that's going to be the theme for today. Hi, Henrik, nice to see you. So as usual, I would like to encourage you to get comfy, and whether that's a sitting practice for you or a lying down practice, choose your adventure. If you've been doing, I know some of you have been doing this with me for a while now, and if you've been doing this and find that you've been falling asleep when you're lying down, I'd like to encourage you to try something different. Maybe you lie down, but keep your eyes open. Or maybe if you're lying down with your eyes closed, you can also bend your arms at the elbow. So you keep the elbow at 90 degrees, one arm or both arms. So at any point that you start to feel like you're dozing off, that becomes your instant alarm clock. You know, as you start to doze off and you lose, that will kind of wake you up. But as we talk about bringing this practice off of the mat as well, it's also, you know, it's one thing to sit or lay and kind of be in this zone and be kind of in this like nice peaceful zone, but it's also another thing to take that feeling and the intention with you off the mat as well. So it's also actually important to be doing these practices while you're in various states, right? So whether it's you're sitting or lying, maybe you might even want to try walking around the room, just very slowly tapping into this, tapping into how I'm guiding you through it. So just different ways of mixing things up, especially if you find that, you know, you are starting to fall asleep, especially if you're lying down. Change it up a little bit. Cool. So I am going to start this practice right about now. So grab your blankets, grab your cushions, and if you are lying down, you might want to place like a sofa cushion or a pillow underneath your knees, so you take some pressure off the back, and get cozy. And as you start to settle into wherever you might be sitting or laying down, I'd like to open today with a poem by Dana Folds from her book Limitless. Love her poetry. So get comfy. Perhaps you might want to close your eyes and start to turn inward, or maybe you want to leave your eyes open, but keep the gaze soft, keep the focus soft. This poem is titled Release. I lay myself down on the welcoming ground, the earth's spine becoming mine. Peace seeps into heavy limbs and slows my heartbeat to the pace of nature. I take refuge in the quiet and let my burdens go, one by one, until the earth and I both float in the same vast and holy silence. As you start to float in this vast and holy silence, allowing your senses to be wide open, and starting to bring the attention around you in this room, bringing the attention within you, just scanning through the body and noticing, how am I feeling right now? No need to go into any story, but just simply noticing where the body is at. And perhaps tuning into where the mind is at as well. Are there lots of thoughts circulating, or perhaps the mind is quite clear? allowing everything to be exactly as it is. No need to change anything. No need to get lost in any story. So as you allow all your senses to open and orient you into this present moment, feeling a sense of being grounded, and perhaps feeling into a sense of groundlessness at the same time. Opening up to being and this sense of beingness. Now starting to feel into the heart space. So taking yourself from the thinking mind into the space inside your rib cage, your energetic heart space. Just feeling into the sensations, perhaps maybe feeling the beating heart, feeling the warmth, feeling the rib cage expanding as you inhale and releasing as you exhale. And really starting to feel into the heart space, into the front body, the back body, and the side bodies. Maybe even the top and the bottom of this heart space. Just feel this as a big sphere within your rib cage. And perhaps feeling from this heart space, this open, expansive, maybe tingling, warm space. Opening with an intention for today's practice. What brought you here today? And how do you want to feel after this practice? Relaxing into your body and feeling from this heart space. And perhaps there might be a deeper intention that supports what you want out of this life. And from this heart space, maybe feeling into what your deepest desire for this life might be. If nothing arises as a deepest desire for life, this too is your experience. Simply staying open and curious to the question of what is my deepest desire for this life? And maybe the answer won't come today, and maybe it will come another day, but simply staying open and curious to this desire. Freeing attention to wander through the body. Feeling the life force pulsing through you. Welcoming the aliveness through you. Giving undivided attention to your very presence. Like a vibrating aliveness through the body. This hum of life. Tapping into and feeling this hum of life all the way through your body. Perhaps there's a feeling of well-being and being also present. Where in the body do you experience this well-being and being? Perhaps it's a feeling of peace, calm, maybe even joy. If it's helpful, recalling images or a memory that brings about this feeling of peace, calm, and joy from within. Really bringing this to life with all the senses as a felt sense in the body. Where in the body are you experiencing this? And perhaps if it's helpful, feeling the presence of a favorite person or an animal, nourishing your inner well-being. Feelings of ease, comfort, security, and relaxation. Where in the body are you experiencing these feelings of ease and comfort? Now allowing these images to fall away and simply resting in these physical sensations of well-being and being. Open, spacious, and just really feeling into this ease of being here. Does this felt sense of well-being and being in the body have a center? Or a periphery? So exploring into its innermost core and its outermost periphery. Continue to nourish this inner well-being throughout this practice, beyond this practice, taking this feeling of ease into your day or night. Now moving attention to the mouth, feeling the mouth, and not just thinking of the mouth. Feeling sensations in the lips, tracing sensations through the inside of the mouth, the insides of both cheeks, the space inside the mouth. Now tracing sensations up through the inner ears, out into the outer ears. Now tracing sensations down both cheekbones, sensations up the nose, perhaps feeling the breath on each inhale and each exhale. Feeling sensations in both eyes, eyebrows, forehead. Tracing sensations up the crown of the head, around the back of the head, back of the neck. Now tracing sensations down both arms at the same time. And really feeling your way through both arms all the way down into the fingertips and both hands. So not just thinking of the arms and the hands, but really feeling and sensing from inside of the arms all the way down to the fingertips. Now tracing sensations up through the hands and arms again, and now feeling sensations down both legs at the same time. Going from the thighs, from the back of the legs, all the way down through both knees, both shins and calves, into the feet and all 10 toes. both sides. So the entire both legs lighting up a sensation. At any time, touching back into your inner resource, nourishing the inner well-being. This ease is always here to come back to. Now, from sensing both legs joining on the next in-breath. So on the next inhale, drawing the breath in through the soles of the feet, through the body, all the way up into the crown of the head. Now, as you exhale from the crown of the head all the way down through the soles of the feet. A few more rounds in your own time. As you inhale, really sensing the breath arriving and entering through the soles of the feet, moving the way all the way up through the body, all the way into the crown of the head. And then feeling the exhale from the crown of the head all the way through the body, all the way out through the soles of the feet. Taking your own time, really deep belly breaths from the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. As you inhale through the soles of the feet and feel the breath expanding through the body, perhaps feeling into the skin boundary and then beyond the skin boundary. Through the inhales and the exhales, continuing to nourish your inner well-being and being. A sense of peace, ease, and calm. Continuing a few more times, inhaling through the soles of the feet, all the way up through the body, into the crown of the head, and maybe beyond the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, really taking it from beyond the crown of the head, into the head, through the body, out through the soles of the feet. A few more rounds in your own time. Now finishing up the next round of the exhale. And this time on the next inhale, moving the inhale from the heart space. Feeling the breath expanding in both directions as you inhale into the soles of the feet and crown of the head at the same time. And as you exhale, drawing the breath back into the heart space. So feeling this expansion from the heart space as you inhale in both directions, all the way into the crown of the head, into the soles of your feet. And as you exhale, feeling the breath through the soles of the feet, crown of the head, all the way back into the heart space. A few more rounds in your own time. And as you continue inhaling and exhaling from the heart space in both directions, into the soles of the feet and crown of the head, perhaps even feeling through the left and right sides of the body at the same time. Really expanding in all directions as you inhale. And then feeling the contraction into the heart space from all directions as you exhale. As you continue with these deep breaths in all directions, feeling into whether there is a center or a periphery to the breath. Maybe noticing something unchanging that's always here. This presence of peace, calm, and well-being. continuing to work with the breath in all directions, expanding through the entire body. Nourishing these feelings of your inner well-being and being. Noticing any changing emotion or thoughts that might be passing through. Know that this is completely natural and it's just arising out of this ever unchanging awareness of presence. These emotions and thoughts are simply moving through. Weaving back in this inner well-being, grounded and peaceful. This anchor from within, unbreakable, resilient, always here. This deep underlying stillness is unchanging, is ever present. And as you release all control of the breath, simply noticing what's happening in the mind and body. Everything changing, arising out of this unchanging awareness. Continuing to feel into this heart space. Continuing to nourish this inner well-being from your heart space. Perhaps even feelings of loving kindness or joy from this heart space. Feeling this warmth, expanding into these physical sensations from the heart space, through the rib cage, all the way through the body. If it's helpful, perhaps in using an image or a memory that brings up feelings of joy, loving kindness, or if it's a person or an animal that brings up this feeling of loving kindness or joy from within you. Where do you feel this in the body? And as you start to nurture the felt sense in the body, allowing the images to fall away and just really staying with the physical sensations, loving kindness and joy radiating from this heart space. Noticing any changing thoughts or emotions amidst this unchanging awareness. Noticing any physical sensations that are present. Simply noticing, no need to change anything. A moment to touch back into your intention for today. Acknowledging and embodying it with your entire body. And perhaps feeling it from within your place of inner well-being and being. This deep underlying essence of stillness, ever present, touching back into this heart space if it's helpful. A moment of gratitude from this heart space. Thanking yourself for taking this moment and this time for me. And perhaps bringing another intention with you to continue nourishing your inner well-being from this heart space as you go about your evening or day. If you'd like to continue in this quiet space of meditation, thank you very much for joining. Otherwise, very slowly opening and closing the eyes. Resting in this quiet space of inner well-being. And know that you can always take this with you, and you can always tap into this space wherever you are throughout your day. In your own time, bringing movement back into the body again. Welcome back. Thank you, Carly. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining today's meditation. And let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you again next Monday, 8:30 p.m. European time. This will live online on my IGTV. It's under my live meditation series. Thanks, Caroline. Good luck with your shoot. Have fun. Don't know whether it's like a in-person shoot or whether it's an at-home shoot, but oh, thanks, Carly. I wish I could see you and hear your voice as well. I've been thinking of doing these as like Zoom sessions, so it becomes more of a community, you know, that we can start to see faces. Thanks, Jay. Thank you for joining. Good to have your presence. Cool. Well, have a good start to your day, Jay. And for everyone else that's here in Europe, enjoy your evening. A music video with fire, exciting. I can't wait to see it. When it comes out online, please would you post the link? I'd love to see your work. Awesome. Okay. I'd love to stay and have a chat, but maybe we just end in quiet silence. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me, and can't wait to see your video, Caroline. Sweet. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye.